Hey YouTube fam, welcome back. For those who don't know me, my name is Carrington. I'm going to be telling you all the moment that I realized why it is so important to pursue your interests, your goals, your dreams, whatever it is that you have. I have been doing modeling for a few years now. I mainly do runway, that is honestly my favorite, but I've gotten more into print as time has gone on, especially with COVID. It's a lot easier to do print than runway, I have found. But either way, I do modeling a bit here on the side, here and there when I can. It was just a few years ago that I decided to start doing it. I've always had people tell me that I should get into modeling. My mom did modeling. She's absolutely gorgeous. She taught me how to walk. While being in school, I did the fashion runway shows, the student shows that our school had. And I decided to really try to push myself into modeling a few years ago. I went to an open call for a big runway show that was happening in my state. And they said anybody's welcome, any experience was welcome, all models. Even though I didn't have much experience, I decided I was going to go because I know that I'm young. At that time, I was definitely young. And I figured, hey, if it's an open call and it doesn't look like you need to have the utmost experience, why not go try it out? Even though I didn't have much on my resume, I decided I'm gonna go give it a chance. I know how to be in front of people. I'm a dancer. I know how to perform. I decided I'm gonna push myself. I wanna try it. When I arrived, I first met this guy who, I guess he was the assistant director, who claimed that he's met me before. Oh, haven't I seen you here and there? And I was like, no, I'm very good with faces. And I told him, I was like, I don't think we've met. Maybe I look similar to somebody that you know, but I don't believe we met because I'm really newer to this. And he seemed very welcoming, really nice. But when it came time for me to be in the waiting room, I felt very unwelcomed. I didn't quite know my measurements, which is something I'll go over in my next video. You definitely want to make sure that you know your measurements when you show up to an open call. That's very important, and I learned that, and from that day now on, I always know my measurements. Bust, waist, hips, all of that, it's important. So when I was calling my mom just to try to figure out what my measurements might be, he was like,
"You don't know your measurements? What kind of model shows up and doesn't know their measurements?"
Just attitude, giving me straight up attitude. I haven't yet auditioned. I'm just literally sitting in the waiting area, and I'm just like, okay. Yeah, my bad. It comes up to my turn to audition. The gentlemen that were there, it was just 3 men, already very, very critical, I will say. I have been to other auditions since then where I felt very welcomed. The directors, the people that were auditioning us were welcoming, they were kind, they were nice. Although they're looking for a certain look that might not be you, I felt like I was ready to audition. I felt welcome with open arms to audition. This place, especially for my first real audition, not it. So these 3 men already talking about the girl who walked before me, because that's how we had to audition. We had to do a runway walk down the hall that was provided. They were already talking a lot of crap about her, and I'm just, in my head, I'm like, this just seems very unprofessional. Like, you can do this while I'm not there about to audition for you, but okay. The guy asked me to do my walk. He was not impressed. He asked me, do you have another walk? I said, sure. Sure, absolutely don't know. Whatever, I'll try to pull out whatever I can. You can tell he just wasn't impressed. Fine, whatever. He looked at my resume, mainly saw dancing stuff. Like, you could see that I'm a dancer. Not too much modeling stuff, but I made that clear from the beginning. And he said,
"Oh, I see here that you're 20. Don't you feel like that's a little old to get started into modeling? 20 years old and you're just starting to model?"
I kid you not, that was what was said. He literally looked at my resume. Either my age was on there or he asked me my age and he said,
20 years old and you're just getting into modeling? That's a little old, don't you think?
And I said, no, I don't think so. I know I can walk, even though it might not be exactly what you're looking for, but I know I have the look and I don't feel like that's too old. This is an open call. This is what I came here for. They made me feel like I shouldn't be there. And even though he had all that crap to say, he said he would keep my information on file. He had my headshot, my resume. It was going to be up there for designers to see, because the show that I was auditioning for, it was a runway show, but it was consisting of multiple designers that were looking for models. So it's not like it was just them looking. It was really them trying to see who they were going to put out there available to these designers. So anyways, I told my mom about the audition. I really wasn't happy with it. She thought that that was rude how it's been done. And mind you, my mom was a model, so she knows how it works. She modeled in New York. She thought that it was unprofessional. It was rude what they said, but I had to get over it. I had my little tear, talked to my friends about it. They built me up. I got over it. A few weeks passed by, I get a call from a designer asking me if I could walk and model in her designs. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, did no other designer contact you? I'm surprised because your look is perfect and I would love to have you wear my designs. And I was super excited. She was so awesome. And I got to try on her clothes. She loved how they looked on me. I was all set to walk in her designs for the date of the show. So the date comes, we did a run through. So we weren't wearing the designs, but what they wanted to do was stage it out like, okay, this designer's going, who's the models, walk. We're opening the show like this, let's have all the models walk. Each one of us walks one by one. And I met women there who came from John Casablanca's. I met women who have modeled in New York. It gets to me and it's time to walk. And I'm in front of the director who auditioned me, the rude one. We're walking to the music. I might not be trained like that, but I know how to walk. I do. That I can say confidently. My walk might not be perfect. I might not have many diverse walks, but I know I can walk when necessary. At the end of it, the director is going through talking with the designers and he points to me and he said, that needs to be your lead model. She needs to open. She knows how to walk. I don't know about some of these other girls, but she needs to be the lead model.
She's doing exactly what I want.
And I just literally thought to myself, do you even remember who I am, sir? I didn't say anything to him, but he must have forgotten who I was. I don't know, but it's just so funny because you didn't want me to be a part of your show. It just so happened to be that a designer reached out to me to walk in the show. After that, I had a couple other designers who wanted to work with me. They wanted me to walk in their designs, and I did just that. I just thought it was so ironic that here is a person who was bashing me, saying I'm too old to get into modeling, which, by the way, 20 years old, absolutely not. I've heard of even 30-year-olds getting signed to agencies, big agencies. So don't listen to what people have to say about age. Because also, if you look at me, I tend to look younger than my actual age. At 20, I was probably looking at least 17, 18. So for him to just come at me because of my age, I thought was crazy. Here you were bashing me for starting my modeling career too late. And now you're saying I should be the lead model in your show. It's just so ironic. And I thought that that day was just so funny. I had nothing but positive feedback, nothing but great, good energy from the designers that I worked with. And I just think it's so funny how life works. Because I honestly could have let his negative comments get to me. I could have had that stop me, allowed that to stop me from walking in the show, from saying no to that designer, but I didn't let that do that to me. Here was a person talking all this crap, and then when the day comes, they think I'm it. That was the day that I realized you have to go after whatever it is you want, no matter who has anything to say. As long as you have the drive, you can do whatever it is you want. The same person who could be talking all this crap about you is then one day gonna be praising you. Always go after what you want. I'm so happy I didn't let his negative words get to me, because since then I have walked in New York Fashion Week. I have met an awesome designer, Darrell's. You guys know him. I've been working with him. That's my friend. I love him. I've met plenty of other designers. I've been doing print work. I've had photographers reach out to me, and it's just now starting for me. That's me not even taking my modeling career seriously. Who knows where I'll be when I do decide to take it seriously. I'm not gonna lie, I've had auditions that I've totally messed up. I'm still new to this. Those will be other story times. I'm always learning, definitely. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. However, I know what I have, I know what talent I have, and I'm not gonna let somebody stop me from going after what I want. That is my story of the day that I realized it is so important to always pursue your dreams, your goals, your interests. I hope you guys found this interesting. I hope you guys found it inspiring. Leave a comment below or let me know if you have any questions. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram and Spotify. I do make music for those who don't know. Be sure to check it out. I have some new music coming on the way shortly. And I hope to have a new video out soon. Who knows? This is a journey. This is a process. So thank you all again for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.